How's it going, everybody? Welcome back again. And today I'm here today to react to the overview trailer for the new Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury trailer. Now, yes, I did just recently go over the trailer, for the main trailer that introduced Bowser's Fury, but apparently there's like a bit more stuff that is revealed here on this trailer. And I was wanting to maybe react to this one. And yes, I do know that it came out a couple days ago, but I was busy with homework on those days in school. So, I decided I wanted to react to this video, plus two other videos I'm going to be reacting to as well today, but they won't all come out on the same day. I'm deciding not to really make multiple uploads on one day. Now, the thing is that my upload schedules for random like reaction videos like these, like that I'll react to on my computer, or gameplay videos on my computer. They'll kind of like happen wherever they happen. But for games like, for main games, like bigger games, like for example, the Paper Mario playthrough I'm going through, Nintendo Land, Untitled Goose Game, which will come in the future, etc., etc., they will kind of like have more of a specific upload schedule. They will now just start coming out once a week on the same day. And if something changes, then the thing is that it would be noted, and the schedule would of course be uploaded. Now, for some reason something did happen, I couldn't upload one day, then I would explain why and upload it as soon as possible, and then get back to the normal schedule. But let's get back into this, in what the next two videos that I'll be reacting to that you'll see within like the next couple of days, between Saturday and Sunday, will be reactions to different Pokemon videos. As many Pokemon fans have already heard and seen, but I haven't even watched the trailers yet, so I wanted to react to those as well. Maybe these reaction videos can help people kind of notice my channel again, because I've kind of just been off and on a lot. But let's get right into the video.
The speed, climbing skills, and claws of a cat.
I definitely do know that
Mario have the paws and the power to tackle this adventure, plus a whole lot more.
Hey!
Bowser's bigger, badder, and madder than ever in Bowser's Fury. 2 adventures in one game. Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury.
I do definitely notice improvement in visuals. Huh?
This story begins with Bowser capturing the princesses of the Strixie Kingdom.
I always love the visuals of this game.
Mario and company. Together, you're in for a wild adventure, spanning worlds connected by clear pipes. You'll head side to side, front to back, and even straight up.
Wait, you were able to go through those platforms?
This is a world of tricky traps. Just gotta make it to the goal pole at the end of each course. Oh yeah!
I still just love the cute
These
visual
familiar
style.
faces are quite the characters. Take your pick. The all-rounder that's
jam.
all-around great at, well, most any
No, those
course.
were just speedrun strats.
Mario. And his bro, hitter of high jumps, Luigi.
Got that right.
Her hovering highness, Peach.
That's a good title right there.
And even the dashing Toad.
I mean,
Like,
in some
whoa,
ways,
that dash.
he might be fast as Sonic.
Once you acquire the Super Bell, you can transform into Cat Mario. Climb up the wall like a cat. Scratch.
Like a cat.
Or use a variety of cat actions.
Like a cat.
Time to split in 2.
Oh my goodness, the
Double Mario.
puns.
Grab some more double cherries to divide and conquer. There are other power-ups you can find too. Heat things up as Fire Mario,
Yeah.
Tanuki Mario,
Classic. Same thing with
and more.
fire. Got
They
boomerang.
may just embiggen your chances.
Oh yeah, the Mega Mushroom was just there for a couple.
Feeling like you just can't beat a course? Try using this.
I will avoid
You'll
using that
transform
thing.
into White Tanuki Mario. It's
You
nice for
can't get
beginners
true
to learn
completion.
Beyond transformations, there are many boxy items that work wonders.
Oh yeah,
Skate
these.
across ice.
Yes.
Throw baseballs.
At least it's not the Beast Ball from Smash.
And much more, with many different
That would
items
be
that vary up
honestly
adventures.
overpowering. This was like the one open world section right there.
Multiplayer, anyone? Up to 4 players can
It's
explore
been so long since
together.
I played multiplayer on
Cooperate
this.
with friends and family to clear courses.
I need
Or,
to.
if you're feeling competitive, see who can set the highest score. Together, you'll encounter playstyles you could never pull off alone.
Oh boy.
Did we mention online play? Well,
Wait.
now we have. With an internet connection and Nintendo Switch Online membership, you can play online with friends.
Well, that's new and neat. Something that probably a lot of games should probably have. Multiplayer games like this, that's actually a neat feature. Hello, this is
While
new.
you play, you can freeze time in the game with Snapshot Mode. And
Oh, what?
snap some shots.
Like Odyssey?
Zoom in, add filters, and
Yep.
use any stamps you found. They're scattered across courses, just waiting to
Huh.
be found and put to creative use.
That is
Looking
honestly...
good.
Hold on. Before we move on, this is honestly the best way that I have ever seen the stamps ever used on any Wii U originating game. Because if most of you guys remember, the Wii U loved to have this feature to where you would collect stamps. And those stamps would be used in creating posts on Miiverse. Well, Miiverse is dead, in which everyone's sad about it, even though I barely even knew what it was, or barely even used it. It's just that when the feature died, the stamps were just an extra collectible that didn't even do anything. But what's really neat is that instead of just ditching the stamps and everything, like probably a lot of Switch ports have done, instead they actually kept them but improved upon them. That's honestly the most genius thing I've ever seen about this.
Looking good.
Now here's the good part, the real good part.
Oh dear, that's right. There's a whole other adventure in this game. Bowser's Fury.
Yee.
The game takes place in a kingdom of cats. Here, a range
Yep,
of islands
that's a
float
cheap
upon a
cat.
vast lake. But Bowser doesn't find it so relaxing.
Amazing
He's
painting.
furious. Now, Mario and Bowser Jr. must unite. Can these reluctant allies collect the cat shines littered all over the kingdom?
Oh, cat shines. So kind of like...
One thing's for sure, this
Does
is
it-
no time for a cat nap.
Oh my goodness, the
Better
puns.
stay on your toes.
Let's see. I'm wondering what else is revealed here.
Luckily, Bowser Jr. will offer support. He's actually surprisingly helpful.
By being a
Pass
villain.
a Joy-Con controller to a friend to team up.
You
The
can play
second
as
player
him.
gets to be Bowser Jr.
Now that's honestly cool. Playing a full
Can't forget
3D
good old
adventure.
Plessy. How else could you navigate this huge lake? Coast smoothly across the water. And this time over the ground too.
Nice. Oh, here comes
After a certain amount of time, the world changes.
changes.
Because Bowser. Overcome with fury, he becomes the gigantic Fury Bowser.
Oh,
His
That's
falling
Bowser's
spikes
Fury.
will change the terrain. His mighty attacks will keep you guessing, and there's nowhere to hide.
oh boy. This just makes me sound horrifying.
But no one can stay mad forever. Once
Oh.
he's gone, a calm will wash over Lake Lapcat.
Oh.
No time to relax, though. If you wish to defeat Fury Bowser, you must claim the might of the Giga Bell.
Giga Bell.
Behold,
Yeah.
when the monster appears, it triggers an awakening in the Giga Bell. By gathering the cat shines, Mario has broken the seal on the Giga Bell, allowing him to transform.
The what? Giga
Fight
Cat
fire
Mario.
and fury with feline, so furry.
Oh my goodness.
2 adventures in 1 game. Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury.
Wait, there's more.
Amiibo!
Oh yeah, I heard about the Amiibo.
Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury is compatible with all currently available Amiibo figures. The Cat Mario Amiibo figure, sold separately, lets you transform into the invincible White Cat Mario.
Oh. What's
Plus,
Peach
the
one?
Cat Peach Amiibo summons a random power-up.
Oh. Hey, look, cat.
Phew, that was close. Amiibo.
You know, I actually heard about these Amiibo before they were even fully announced. I was one day just randomly at GameStop and I all of a sudden heard from the employees that there was a Cat Mario and Cat Peach Amiibo. Which honestly brought shock to me because I thought that Amiibos were basically dead apart from Smash Brothers. I guess they're actually possibly making a comeback. Which is honestly nice because I really liked Amiibo. Amiibo were really nice. In which, of course, they were kind of just inspired from Skylanders. But the thing is that the Amiibos back in the day, back in their heyday and all of that, it was honestly just a spectacle to have them. They were made really well. They were very detailed. They had tons of features in a wide variety of games. But then when the Wii U era started to really take a fall, and same with the 3DS, they started just producing so much less to where you can barely find anything, and all the ones that you could find were just the most common Animal Crossing Amiibo. But the thing is that I was surprised to even be able to find certain Amiibos, like for example the champions from Breath of the Wild, but that's probably because of Age of Calamity. I've seen other Amiibos pop up here and there, some of the more recent Smash Brothers. I think that one day Nintendo should just reproduce all of the Amiibos again from the past. From the original Smash Brothers, Woolly World, all of the one-off Amiibos like the Wolf Link. I think they just need to bring them all back and also kind of like bring back their kind of like functionality with games because it kind of feels pointless having Amiibos that can barely even be used, and most people don't even use them. Like for example in Ultimate. So like, does anyone really even use the Amiibos in Ultimate? I don't really see anyone use them. And that's really the only time you ever see an Amiibo being used anymore in a game. In which I do know that there was Amiibos that came out with, well, an Amiibo that came out with the Link's Awakening remake, but I don't even know what it even does, to be honest. But enough about Amiibos. Let's break down.
Skills and claws of a cat. Now you and
There we
Mario
go.
have the paws and the power.
So of course we've
to
all
tackle this
seen
adventure,
everything that
plus
happened.
a whole lot
I mean
more.
that's like this.
This
The
time,
visuals are
Bowser's
definitely
bigger,
much
badder,
more
and
improved
madder than ever
over
in
the
Bowser's
original
Fury.
game because
Two
of course
adventures
the
in
Switch
one
has
game.
a much
Super
higher
Mario 3D World plus Bowser's
graphics
Fury.
and
Let's start with one
capabilities.
that might seem familiar.
So it would honestly be really
This
neat to
story
see how
begins
everything
with
turns out.
Bowser capturing
So like,
princesses of the
and
Sprixie
like I
Kingdom.
mentioned before, I've always had this weird fascination about the visuals from this game. Now yes, the visuals do sometimes look a little goofy, but for some reason this cartoony, vivid color kind of feel for the games, they just seem to have this neat charm to them. Now yes, Bowser's hair does look kind of goofy now that I look at it, but like you can see like the small details on his scales, which I'm just surprised about how much has improved over the years. So
Enter
Bowser secretly
Company.
a
Together,
Link.
you're in for a wild adventure.
Let's see,
Front
there's
to
a
back.
lot of stuff that we all knew
And even
from the
straight up.
past. Whenever 3 World did first come
Once you
out.
acquire the Super Bell, you can transform.
So really the only new things are, of course,
Never pull off alone.
online
Did we mention
multiplayer,
online?
which I'm honestly surprised to even see even exist. It's actually quite amazing because not everyone has other people to play the game with, but they do have the online service. So they can always just go online with other people and play with friends there. In which I have a feeling that most people would just would abuse this system for only a few stages, those being the Grand Master stage, whatever it was called, I can't remember. Like probably just any of the extremely difficult stages that they just want to help for completion with multiple characters. That's what I think they would probably do with it. Let's see, what else? Then there was, of course, the Snapshot Mode, which is basically stripped right from Odyssey, in which it's actually really nice to see here again. Because we can make our own custom photos, add neat filters, like for example black and white, artistic style, and then I also like how the stamps actually stayed in this game. They're not a staple, but they're a stamp in the game. Someone shoot me. Sorry, I'm just thinking of how bad that pun probably was. But keeping this the feature of the stamps and improving upon it is a genius way, and the thing is that I kind of wish that games here on out kind of had a lot of these smaller collectibles to do stuff like this. Also, if you remember, it was saying that all Amiibo are compatible with this game. If all Amiibo are compatible here, what are the other ones going to do? But I'm not sure. But moving on to the next area for here, let me turn back on the volume, and I need to turn it down a little bit.
There's Fury. The game takes place in a kingdom of cats. Here, a rain.
So this whole place is a cat kingdom. So it's not like the Sprixie kingdoms. It's not like the Mushroom Kingdom. This is a whole new world. Separate from the Sprixie Kingdom and the Mushroom Kingdom. It's just, you know, I'm actually wondering. It's like, where on the world map of Odyssey would this place be found in? And also, oh wait, no, I forgot the Sprixie Kingdom is just a whole separate world of its own, taken from a magical pipe. So you can't see that on the world map, but so that would also mean that this is also a subworld of a subworld, I think. Which kind of does make things a little confusing. Because they're like, you got the normal Mushroom Kingdom and all of the kingdoms in the main world, like in Odyssey and most other Mario games as well. Then they took the clear pipe down into the ground to some random world, which is the Sprixie Kingdom. And yet somehow it has like clear skies and everything, so it's probably all like magical. But then also I seen something about like the opening cutscene to where it was like that same black goop and everything. And like Mario was taken through a portal. So I don't even know if that was a portal from the Mushroom Kingdom to lead to another world, or if that was a portal that led from the Sprixie Kingdom to another subworld. But also look at these cat cheeps.
Range of islands float upon a vast
Then you have all these adorable cats. That is a reason why you don't pause things.
lake. But Bowser
And then you have this amazing masterpiece, and it almost looks like it's nightmare fuel. Also, Bowser Jr. does have a good taste in art. I can tell you that much. He's got a good artistic strategy, and I love how he's just all like in a panic and everything. Even his clown car is just all sad and everything. He's like connected with the clown car. But I also do find it really nice that Junior is actually played in a main series 3D Mario game for the first time. He's always been played in spin-off games, or as an assist like in Paper Mario. This game, he's a fully fledged playable character in a 3D game. Now it makes me want to see the other Koopalings and many other characters being able to be played as well. Junior can be the one to stay in his clown car. It suits him a little bit more. But like if I was to think of a 3D Mario game, like a normal 3D Mario game, like Odyssey for example, and I would want to have multiple characters playable, I would want all of them to be unique. So more than just like Mario, Peach, Toad, Yoshi, Luigi, characters like those. I would think of characters possibly like Kamek. He can fly around on his broom, and he can use his magic as well. Like he can have like an aerial version, and he can have a land version. Junior can be the same way. He can have an aerial version, in a clown car, and a land version. In which the strategies for those two could be a bit different. There could be Boom Boom and Pom Pom. The Koopalings, each having their own unique moveset and abilities. What else? There could be a bunch of other characters. There could even be Bowser as a playable character, kind of like with Odyssey, how you're actually able to play as Bowser for a short moment. What other characters are there? Of course, like Rosalina. There aren't really that many other characters, but I mean, like, they can always, like, come up with other characters, or they can just pull off a, Dr. Mario world and just have, like, a bunch of random characters, from the Mario franchise just become playable characters. Like, for example, we can have a Goomba stack as a playable character. If Dr. Mario World allowed a Goomba stack as a doctor, it can be a playable character elsewhere. If a Goomba can ride a bike and do Mario Party, it can be a playable character in a 3D Mario game. It can work. Make it work. It can happen. But sorry for the distraction. Let's see what else they have. They of course have Junior. We all seen this, but it's also nice to now know that he's actually a playable character. Also, I just now noticed these guys that are also cats. Which kind of terrifies me a little bit.
can't forget good old Plessy.
Also, Plessy is not cat, which
How else could you navigate this huge
can
lake?
a bit disappointing, but it's not exactly
smoothly
disappointing
across the
because
water.
Plessy is cute
This time
already,
over the ground,
but it's also nice that you can just drive all over the land as well.
After a certain amount of time,
Then this is also really neat. Let me pull up the volume here again, because the volume here is actually, I mean, what the guy is saying here is actually a bit more unique than I expected.
After a certain amount of time, the world changes.
In which, whenever he says that, it actually intrigues me. So that means that after a certain amount of real-time minutes, Bowser actually shows up to cause mayhem for a certain amount of time. That's when his fury truly shows. And he causes a bunch of mayhem. All the cats turn, in which, even as he said, the world changes. It becomes darker. Giant spikes, just like rocks or spikes, come raining from the sky. The cats turn ghostly and filled with dark and fury almost, and terrified almost as well. I'm wondering if any of the other enemies would change as well.
Because Bowser. Overcome with fury, he becomes the gigantic Fury Bowser. His falling spikes will change the terrain. Where to hide. Once he's gone, a calm will wash over Lake Lapcat.
Of course, he calms down over time.
No time to relax, though. If you wish to defeat Fury Bowser, you must claim the might of the Giga Bell.
In which the thing is that we never knew what this thing truly was. Originally, when this thing was first announced, we just seen this whole like cat-like world in a thunderstorm with this thing right here on top of this kind of like cat-like statue, kind of pedestal.
Behold, when the monster appears,
and
it triggers an awakening in the Giga Bell. By gathering the cat shines, Mario...
In which the thing is that there's cat shines, so it's kind of like the moons, it's kind of like the shines, it's kind of like the stars. It's like that. But it's kind of more resembling the moons because that it's all in one area and you can just go around the world and collect them as you go. So most likely after a certain period of time, or once you collect all of them, that's when you can truly fight Bowser and defeat him for good with the Giga Bell, in which each of these shines, kind of like the shines and the moons and all and the stars, like I mentioned before. After you collect a certain number of them, they will allow access to something special. For example, the stars in Mario 64, they allow access to more rooms in the castle or even a boss area to fight Bowser. In Mario Sunshine, the shines kind of... I'm not exactly sure what all the shines did, because I never actually played it, so I don't exactly understand the full story. But I do know that the shines are important. And they're also kind of like this, big deal in Isle Delfino. They're kind of like the main selling point of the whole island. Like the main attraction. Then, of course, you have Mario Galaxy 1 and 2, which kind of like had the power stars to help power up either the Comet Observatory or Starship Mario. And then, of course, there was also the Grand Stars, which allowed access to either brand new worlds, well, yeah, basically brand new worlds, or to help power up the Comet Observatory and to bring it back some power. In which, of course, once enough stars are collected, it's able to reach its full power and reach, of course, the final area of the game. Mario Odyssey had, of course, the Odyssey itself, and collecting moons powered it up, allowing access to more kingdoms, and once enough moons were collected, it was able to travel up to space. But in this game, the cat shines remove this curse from the Giga Bell, in which once you get enough of them, the Giga Bell will finally show itself when Bowser comes, which will of course allow
Mario has broken the seal on the Giga Bell,
true
allowing him to transform.
basically Super Saiyan Mario. Like,
Fight fire and fury with feline, so furry.
alright, Mario's officially a furry, truly. He's also an anime.
2 adventures in 1 game. Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury.
Now, one other
Amiibo!
thing is the Amiibo.
Super Mario 3, all currently
This is,
available
of course,
Amiibo
showing like
figures.
all the Amiibos and
The
everything.
Cat Mario Amiibo figure.
And also, oh wait a minute.
Sold separately, lets you transfer.
I just now realized that White Cat Mario was never even a thing in 3D World to begin with. There was always the White Tanuki Mario, but White Cat Mario is basically just another version of it. I'm also wondering if the Amiibos, because if you look at both the Cat Mario and also the Cat
into the
Peach
invincible White Cat
Amiibos,
Mario.
once it shows that,
Plus, the Cat Peach Amiibo.
if they're both going to have this felted kind of texture, or if it's going to have this more rough kind of texture to them. But I guess that we won't know until they come out.
Phew, that was close.
But yeah, that's basically about it for this whole trailer. There's a lot more to cover in this video than the video was longer, so it makes sense that it did take a bit longer for me to cover. But basically it had possibly about equal as much information covered in both of them. And I'm honestly really excited for this game to come out once it comes out next month. And anyway, it's always an idea for Valentine's gift for people, kind of like the Cat Amiibos, you know, lovers out there, if you know that your lover is a fan of Mario, you can get them. And one of the cat character Amiibos, it's always an idea. I don't know. But hopefully my review was not boring or annoying or anything. And I hope to see you all in the next video. Bye!